In many ways, ice was sort of the last frontier that hadn't been given the attention that using fresh juices and the most high-quality ingredients and homemade syrups and all of the finest components in an elegant environment, that had all sort of been created. I think that getting the ice right was the last step that was missing, and that's where we walked in. At the time that I had the idea to start this business, I never would have thought that I was going to be an iceman. I had been working with ice at the bar and I really liked it. And then one day it just hit me. This is such beautiful stuff and everybody wants this and I love it and I can get behind this and I think it's a really good idea. So I threw myself into it all the way. Some of the things that seem so obvious now required so much dedication and devotion to figure out, and we finally did it. We still make everything by hand, and I take pride in that. I like the fact that it's not automated and that there's that level of quality control where the guys in the shop can look, and if they see that a cube is not right, they don't pack it up. We like being up here in Queens. It reflects what our values are. We're not so concerned about being really cool. We just want to do it right. I had been working at the bar here. The proprietor approached me and asked me to come help him open a new bar in Tribeca. And he had found out through his research that a Kleinbell carving block ice maker was fabricating the ice that we used here, and he wanted to produce it in-house. I noticed that this was a sort of new phenomenon. No one had really seen it downtown. It was attracting a lot of attention. Many of the guests, especially other bar owners, were asking me, where can I get this ice? The answer was, well, you can't. No one's selling it. And then, of course, that was the light bulb moment, and so Hundredweight was born. To prevent cloudiness and impurities from getting trapped in the ice, you need a unidirectional freeze. You start with the Kleinbell machine, you fill it up, you let it run for 3.5 days, and then finally you harvest the ice, and then the cutting phase comes in. When you're using one big piece of ice, the surface area that comes into contact with the drink is dramatically reduced than if you were using a big handful of small pieces. It will dilute the drink at a lower rate. When you look at it, it's just simply beautiful. But it also conveys a notion of care. And if you care about the ice that you're using, it sort of conveys that sense that you care about the drink that you're serving to your guests. If you're distilling a fine spirit, you cut the heads and you cut the tails. We do the same. When we notice that there's a layer of imperfections or air bubbles at the top, we cut it away. There would be no market for what we were doing if we were just selling good enough ice. It has to be correct every time. People are crazy about it. Sometimes people, it's the first time they've ever seen something like it and they're like, wow. I've even seen one lady take the ice out of her drink and put it into her purse. She was gonna take it home. And I had to, ma'am, don't put the ice in your purse. You can't just carry it to your apartment. You have to remember, ice turns back into water.